In this lecture, we are going to see item is already present in the cart or not. Previously, successfully, we were able to add the items. Now for this, I will give quantity to. Click on this add to cart. Inside this cart items, I am having one object and this object is nothing but a product file and ID is ending with 95A. Okay, all good. This is working. But now I will be giving product 3. Again, I will click on add to cart. But now the problem you can see inside this cart items, same product is added twice. You can see for this ID is ending with 95A and here also ID is ending with 95A. Previously I have given quantity 2 and here I have given quantity 3. So in this case, what we have to do, we have to check whether the item is already added in the cart or not. If the item is already present, instead of adding another item, we only have to update the quantity. So now we are going to work on this functionality and we will prevent same items to add inside this cart. I will open cartslice.js. Now again, we are just going to modify this fulfill case. On this cart items, we are going to apply find method. Below this, I will be creating one variable. I will give the variable name as existing item is equal to state dot. I will access my cart items and on this cart items array, I will be applying this find method and inside this, I will be passing this callback function. I hope you already know how this find method will be working. So how many items we are having inside the cart item? It is just going to check for that. And even if the first condition is matching, it will be returning true. So here from this item, what I have to access? I have to access product. And on this product, we are having product ID. Let me come here. You can see for this product property, we have assigned product ID. So each and every time this will be holding complete product information. From there, I'm just going to access product. If this is equal to whatever item we are adding, if it is equal to that product ID, that means that item is present in the cart. And using this find method, what result we are going to get? Whichever value passes the test, it is just going to return that value. So below this, here I will be passing existing item. I will open this. Let me just explain you. Here my product. Okay, inside this product we are having ID. Imagine I am having 2, 3, 4. Again I am trying to enter 3 and this is my complete cart items. And on this I am applying find method. So first time value of I will be 2. I dot product is 2. 2 is equal to item dot product which is 3. The condition fails. Second time value of I is 3. 3 is equal to 3. So it will be returning value 3. So in this case, whichever value matches, it will be returning that complete value object. Remove this. So here I will check if I am having some value, okay, inside this existing item, whichever product is matching, that complete product information will be assigned to this existing item. And this is nothing but object. Now from this existing item, I'm just going to access quantity. So in this case, what we have to do, whatever quantity we are having inside the product, we only have to update that quantity. So from item, I'm just going to access the quantity. Let me refresh again. Add items to cart. Now you can see inside this, I'm having quantity 2. Let me close this. I will be adding 3. Click on this, but still multiple times it is adding. But whatever quantity I am having, that quantity I'm just going to assign to this existing item. So using this, I will be having that existing item object and from there I am accessing quantity. In what quantity user has given, that quantity we are just going to assign. And in this case, we are updating. So I will copy. Below this, I will be pasting. Here, I will be writing dated product 5 quantity in the cart. So this message I have to show to the user if the item is already existing in the cart. Else, open. In this case, I have to push items to cart. So that is the reason outside we were pushing. So again, multiple times item was added. But now, if the item is not present, only then we are going to push the item inside the cart. And only inside this case, we have to pass this message. Here I will be pasting. Okay. If item is present, only update the quantity. If item is not present, only then push the item and show this message to the user. Now let me come here, refresh this, come to console. Now initially my cart is empty. Quantity I have given to add to cart. Now you can see product 5 is added to cart. But now same item I will give quantity 3. Click on add to cart. Now I will have updated product 5 quantity in the cart, and inside my cart items I will only have one product, and for this initial value of quantity is 3. So in this way we are just going to check whether the item is present inside the cart or not. But now the problem is, as soon as I refresh, my cart will be empty, and whatever item I have added to cart, that item will not be present. So what we will do, that entire cart item we are going to store inside local storage. So inside this fulfill case itself, below this, I'm just going to use this local storage. And what I have to do, I just have to set new item. Item name, I will be passing cart items. And what value I have to assign? I have to assign my state.cart items. But this entire object we have to convert to JSON, wrap inside parenthesis, and here I will be passing JSON.stringify. JSON.stringify. So using this, we are just converting JavaScript object to JavaScript object notation. That is nothing but JSON. Now I will come to my project. I will open this application, and inside this you can see we are having local storage, and initially I am not having any value inside local storage. Now I will be adding this item to cart. As soon as I add it, you can see here I am having cart items inside which I am having that complete product information. Again, I will update the quantity, add to cart, and inside this also quantity will be updated, and this will be present inside the local storage. But now let me come to console. This is my cart array inside which I am having that item inside the cart. But again, as soon as I refresh, you can see my cart item is emptied. Why? Because initially we have set to empty array. So in this case, what we will do, from local storage, we will access that get item. Here I will write local storage. From there, I'm just going to access this get item method. Inside this, I will be passing my key, that is nothing but cart items. And while storing, we have converted to JSON. But now, while accessing, we have to convert back to object. So for this, we will be using json.parse. And here I will be passing, or if I am having cart items inside the local storage, access that value and store for this cart items, else my cart items will be empty. So in this way, inside the initial state, we have to pass this value. Now I will come back, come to console, refresh once. Now you can see, now directly from local storage, I am accessing this cart value, and now my cart item is not empty. Whatever value I am having inside the local storage, I am able to access that value. Now I will come to application. From here, I will delete this. Come to console, refresh once. Now you can see my cart is empty. I will be adding the cart. Again, I will be adding this item. Come back. I will select product 3. Product 3 is added to cart. And here inside this, now I am having two products. This is my product 5 and this is my product 3. And exact same thing we will have inside our local storage. Product 5 and product 3. Again come to console. Refresh this. My cart items will not be emptied. Instead, always I will be having the values from local storage.